Hey guys, welcome back to some Realm of Champions. We have the release notes 2.0, version 2.0. So this game is getting quite a bit of an update, a big update, if I should add. They did do the Reddit AMA, which I think is amazing. So props to Kabam for having that discussion on their Reddit, on their subreddit. I think it's awesome that they're communicating with the community and, getting feedback from the players, improving the game. And I think that shows with this update. And I want to add anyone who wrote off this game like within a couple of days of playing it. It's not perfect, especially at the beginning, and even now it's not, but I do think this release 2.0 is a step in the right direction. So I would ask players to give it a try again. Try it out once this update goes live next week, Wednesday at the earliest, Thursday at the latest, I think. And just try it out again. See if it's better now. See if you like it now. See if you just give it another try. I think they're really trying because, let's see, Contest of Champions. I played that game like the second or third week that it came out, and I couldn't get into it. It was super boring when it first came out. And look at it now. It's like a super popular game. It's Kabam's cash cow. It makes them a ton of money. They're always, updating that game, which is awesome for the community over there. But it's just, it goes to show that, especially with this Marvel IPO, they are not going to give up on it. They're going to put time and effort into it. So again, step in the right direction. And I do suggest players check it out again if you gave up on it so fast. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into these notes. I'm gonna go through it pretty quickly because I have a confession to make. I made a video already. It was like 40 minutes and I forgot to unmute my mic. I was muted the whole time, so here I am making the video again. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump in really quick. So there's a new story event. Stark Prime has discovered strange celestial weapons, and basically what it means, it's a new PvE event. And in this month's event, Grave of the Celestials, it reveals powerful new weapons for Storm and Iron Legionnaire. So new weapons, new abilities, and ancient celestial weapon variants for Black Panther, Hulk, Web Warrior Super Soldier, and Sorcerer Supreme. So looking forward to this. We have World Quest. Now, this is something different. What we used to have were onslaughts, of course. You guys remember onslaughts. But this one, it's something new feature, World Quest. Their brand new narrative-driven PvE experience in Realm of Champions. You'll be taken to every corner of Battleworld in the pursuit of aiding barons who need your help. In our first foray into World Quest, you will be working with Stark Prime and Apocalypse to uncover the secrets of ancient celestial technology in Grave of the Celestials, a 2-part event taking place over 4 weeks. Team up with fellow summoners to overcome new adaptoid resistances and special status effects in each mission. These unique attributes will require that you think strategically and communicate with your teammates for maximum efficiency. So for example, Hive Immunity. Iron Legionnaire Adaptoid champions are indestructible until all allied adaptoids are defeated. So a nice little twist added to the PvE. Strengthen your champions wisely because depending on the world quest, some champions may be ineligible to enter the fray. Another little twist, so not too bad. It's actually pretty good. It promotes that players level up all of their champions, not just focus on one. So it's pretty cool. In normal difficulty, more inexperienced summoners can still experience the story and earn rewards, while more hardened realm veterans can challenge themselves for greater rewards in heroic difficulty. We also have leaderboards now. They have arrived. So see your battle rating and champion rating. See how your BR and champion rating stacks up compared to the best in the world. Use the built-in filters to compare yourself to your friends, alliance, and those in your geographic region to vie for supremacy over your friends and foes alike. Alliance events and improvements. I think this is awesome. At the moment, alliances they don't do anything in the game. They're just kind of there to, hold people. You can't even invite like alliance members, which is weird, like to like the party, like if you want to start a party. But they're having events now. So in this new feature, you'll be able to work with your alliance mates to complete specific objectives, allowing all alliance members who participate to earn additional valuable rewards. And they also expanded alliance size from 12 to 18 members. So that's pretty awesome. The other major one, gear shards. So gear shards are a new form of currency in Realm of Champions that allows you to better target gear that you want or need for your champions. Looking for that last rare item to fully deck out your Black Panther, earn enough gear shards for a specific rarity in order to acquire a crystal from the store that guarantees an item of that specific rarity. Okay, that sounds awesome. Honestly, this is actually really, really good. Scrapping uncommon gear will net you rare gear shards, and for now, scrapping rare and epic gear will net you epic gear shards on rotating days of the week, and for a higher shard cost, you can target specific rarities of gear for specific champions. So scrapping 2-star gear is going to give you shards, which in turn, you can purchase a crystal for a specific rarity. So, 3-star rare item or a 4-star epic crystal for that specific champion. I'm trying to see here. I don't think you can pick like what you want. Like say for example, I want a helmet, I want a chest piece, I want legs, I want a cape, whatever. I think it's just it just guarantees you an item of that specific rarity. So it's still going to be random, but I think this is really good. I mean, we get a bunch of uncommon gear already, so I'm curious to see how much of this gear shard currency it's going to take to be able to get one crystal. But again, another step in the right direction for sure. So I think this is awesome. So good job, Kabam. Gear shards can also be acquired through alliance events, world quest objectives, daily/weekly objectives, and calendar rewards. With the introduction of gear shards, we have reworked some objectives to provide you gear shards in lieu of pieces of gear. Different objectives will contain different rarities of gear shards. So honestly, awesome. This is honestly really, really cool. So thanks, Kabam, for this gear shard change. And then we have some arena deathmatch improvements. This I'm not going to cover too much. They just kind of improved deathmatch. Honestly, I'm not one to like deathmatch. In my opinion, there's really not a lot of benefit to it. I feel like, there's no leaderboard, there's no nothing. All you get out of it is ISO and components, which you also get in arena. It just makes more sense to me to just do arena. But they're doing some improvements here and there. You guys can check this part out. The arena conquest changes. This was actually talked about a couple weeks ago when they did like a little sneak peek. Sorry, guys. I feel like my voice is giving out because I've been talking for like 40 minutes before I started this video. Before I made this video. Let's see, we are making changes for just Bodoc Rush and Bodoc Hugging. So Bodoc Rushing is when players will rush the Bodoc without capturing the control point. This was a strategy used by Black Panthers, and I've seen it done with like some Hulks. You can counter it if you kill them quickly, but when this first came out, it was just they were rushing the Bodoc and instantly killing it, and it was like, what do we do? What the heck, That's such a cheese strategy, but it's getting addressed, as well as Bodoc Hugging, in when players stay close to the Bodoc's attack range and poke with ranged attackers without fully engaging until their enemies are significantly weaker than they are. So I'm sure you guys, that's happened to you. You have a team full of melee champions going up against, Storms and Sorcerer Supremes or Web Warriors, and you're just getting, pummeled to death from, range. And it's like, what do we do? You can't go up to them because their Bodoc will start shooting you and do a ton of damage. But this is getting addressed, and I think the way it's getting addressed, it's going to kind of shift the meta a little bit to prioritize the usage of melee class characters a little bit more. So more Black Panthers, more Super Soldiers, more Hulks, and maybe eventually more Thors. Although we don't want to remove these strategies altogether, they want to lessen the impact on consistently deciding the outcome of a match and add more counterplay. So what's changing? If the Bodok is not knocked down, so if you don't capture the control point, it will knock back opponents if they stay within its attack range for longer than 4 seconds. So they'll just knock them back. The control point activates 5 seconds earlier now. So from 15 down to 10. And this is the major one too. If the control point is active for 20 seconds and nobody from either team has been knocked out, it'll start shrinking. It'll shrink by 20%. So ranged class characters, if you don't, if your team is full range, I feel like, you got to stay in the circle. Somebody has to stay in the circle. So it will definitely make teams have at least one melee class character in their team, like a pre-made, which is good. If any member on either team is already knocked out, when the control point activates, the point will immediately shrink by the same amount instead of waiting for 10 seconds, which again, it's really, something else that's pretty good. Yeah, it's an immediate shrink. Okay, that's really good. And it'll now shrink by 15% per knocked out player instead of 30%. So pretty good changes. I'll cover this Hurricane Flail really quick. A new weapon for Storm, light attack. Also something to keep in mind with Storm. She already has 2 different types of power. So she has cold power, she has shock power, and now she's gonna have slashing power slashing power with this Hurricane Flail. So her light attacks will now deal slashing damage. Her dash is the same. Her heavy attack, she charges up to release a localized whirlwind that pierces through enemies with slashing damage. Speed and damage increase while under the effects of Wind Fury. Okay. We'll have to see how this heavy interacts, if it's going to be like a projectile or if she just kind of casts it in like an area similar to how the Thunder Staff heavy was. We'll have to check that out. But this Storm is definitely more of like a support role with the special 2. So special 1 creates a strong updraft at a target area that pulls enemies towards its center to deal slashing damage. Pretty good. Keep them in one spot. Special 2 directs the wind currents to grant Wind Fury buff to allies in the area, boosting their projectile power and weakening enemy projectiles. So depending on, I don't know how this is going to be, if it's just going to be like a giant AoE or if it's just going to be like a small area around Storm or something. I don't know. Have to wait, of course, to see and try it out. But again, no benefit to melee characters, so this will be useless for melee teammates and against melee opponents. Special 3, she blasts all enemies in front of her with a powerful wind that deals slashing damage, knocks back, and locks stamina actions. So no dashing, right? Am I interpreting this right? They won't be able to like dash or anything like that, or they won't gain stamina, I think is what it means. No, locks stamina actions, so they won't be able to dodge. That's how I'm interpreting it, I would say. But yeah, definitely more of a support role for Storm. And let's take a quick look at Iron Legionnaire. He has a new proton cannon. He's been working on some stuff with the new weapon. So the repulsor blast, it's staying as heat damage. His punch when he's near enemies, same thing. Dash, same thing. Heavy, okay, so his heavy is a little bit different now. Charges up to shoot a single concussive energy blast that deals heat damage and briefly slows enemies. Special 1 stays the same. Special 2, the proton beam, fires a focused energy beam that pierces through enemies with deadly heat damage. I'm assuming it's just like a single straight shot that you just aim it and it'll do, heat damage, and it can pierce, so it can go through multiple enemies. So not bad on the special 2. I hope it has like a long range, pretty long range. That would be pretty cool. Special 3, Quantum Seeker Missile. So he releases a bubble of quantum energy that seeks out enemies no matter their position to deal heat damage. That sounds pretty good. You just cast it and it'll like, go towards enemies, right? I don't know. He sounds fun. It sounds fun. I think, the heavy attack with the slow, it'll be good. It'll be helpful. Special 2, depending on the range of the beam. The fact that it can pierce through multiple enemies should be pretty good. And this Quantum Seeker Missile, now that you just cast it and it seeks out enemies no matter their position, deals damage to them. I think that's pretty good. So can't wait to try out this proton cannon. And yeah, I think that'll be it. That's gonna be it, guys, as far as what I cover that's new. These balance changes, they were in the sneak peek a couple weeks ago, but basically just a quick rundown. Sorcerer Supreme, the book, she's getting a big reduction to healing, which is a majority of her benefit, her use. That healing with the special 1 is getting reduced by 50%. Heavy attack power reduced by 11%. Same thing with the power on the special 2, getting reduced by 21%. The orb, they removed the scaling from armor break debuffs. It's now a static minus 150 armor. The special 1, again, reduced by 50%. The curse, special power reduced by 52%. And then the damage over time reduced by 25%. The instant damage, was reduced by 52%. And then special ability 3, they adjusted the special power ratio, so it's not as strong as it used to be, so down to 1. Iron Legionnaire, the super lasers. Actually, let me just cover all of them. It'll just be easier. The heavy attack, it gained improved range, which is good. The special 2 can now hit the same target multiple times, and they changed the special power ratio from this to this. So it's up to 191% if all 5 projectiles hit the same target. So ideally, the way you're going to want to play him now is you're going to want to dash literally right in front of an enemy, cast your special 2, do a ton of damage. If all 5 shots hit them, even better. Ton of damage, special 1, get out of there. And yeah, just rinse and repeat. So I'm curious to see if this is really going to change his play style by a lot, and if this is going to make super lasers more, I guess, if they're going to make them more useful, like in defender tier. Usually I don't see it too often in defender tier because you can avoid the special 3. It does do a ton of damage. It's one of the, I think, strongest specials in the game, but you can avoid it, hide behind a wall, or do ring around the rosy around the Iron Legionnaire, and yeah, it never hits you. But this should improve his damage with the special 2, because currently it's pretty trash. And then let's see, the drones, they got a bit of an attack power reduction, just 2.6 per missile, not too bad. The Gatling shooters, they increased the special power with the special 3 by 27%, and special power ratio on the 3rd shot by 27%. Blizzard wand, Blizzard Storm got a nerf to the light attack, a nerf to the special 2 and special 3. Storm with the lightning staff as well, a reduction to the attack power on the light attack. The heavy attack, the special 1, no longer, they removed the scaling from energy resist down debuff, so it's now static. And then chain lightning reduced. Special power, special 3 now does have a bit of a buff. It gains, she gains plus 30% movement speed while channeling, and can now immediately start moving after casting without a pause. But they did reduce the special power ratio by 16%. Let's see. This is honestly another good thing. So all these resistances, they are now going to be considered energy resistance, which is really good. And then all of these are now going to be considered physical resistance. So yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea why Kabam had so many different ones in the first place. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. It just adds too much variety, man, to the substats that was unnecessary. But I think this is something good. They reduced attributes by minus 25 to 35%. A lot of reduction to the stacks as far as like power wise for special power, heavy attack power, and special power on Sorcerer Supreme, depending on the synergy. Just minus 5%. Shielding got reduced as well. Storm, as you guys can see here, they reduced special 1 cooldown reduction by 1%. Reduce critical hit chance, reduce attack power when you hit multiple foes by 40%. Ouch, that is a big nerf to this one. This one too, reduced special power when you hit multiple foes by 9%. Iron Legionnaire reduced bonus damage on dash by 16%. Withstand clear. Napalm loaders improved bonus damage over time on special after arc flight by 36%. Wow. Beginner's luck improved crit chance after arc flight by 6%, so it's now 24%. Flashy entrance improved special power after arc flight by 34%. Dude, these are big numbers. These are big buffs. Artillery mindset improved special power at long range after arc flight by 29%. Hulk improved critical damage resistance while enraged by 25%. Keep in mind, guys, this is all just depending on the sets, okay? The synergy sets. So this is the name of the set, the no weak spot. Reduced heal on light attacks while enraged by 50%. I didn't even know he had this, but that's cool. Web Warrior, honestly, I really don't think Web Warrior needed buffs on his synergies. Mine is at 1250. Just with gear alone, this dude is a monster. Slugger shots, they're improving critical power by 7%. Improved projectile power by 7%. More projectile power versus rooted foes by 33% on adhesive advantage. This one, distant foes improved by versus distant foes improved by 20% and improved slow duration. Super Soldier got a bit of a buff to these synergies. Reactive alloy improved armor by 33% while surrounded. Melee resistances by 80% while surrounded. Heavy regen speed while surrounded improved to 33%. Improved armor on dash by 25%. Oh man, yeah, just a lot of stuff, guys, honestly. A lot of these bug fixes as well, I didn't even know like a lot of this stuff was going on. Like, for example, look at Sorcerer Supreme. She was bugged like crazy on the special 3. Some of these I did encounter, like when you could continue to channel even when the target wasn't even stunned. But yeah, I don't like this one. I never came across this, but this is crazy. You could be permanently slowed after casting. Super Soldier, the block on Storm's lightning special, it will no longer chain. I think that's really good. Iron Legionnaire, let's see, he became targetable too early when landing. I've had that happen before where I land and it still shows him like being in the air too. I don't know if that's something that's getting fixed. Special 3, the airstrike barrage. I've had this one happen where the visuals show that, sorry, burping, they're being launched in like a different direction than where they're actually going, so I'm glad that's getting fixed. Let's see. Gamma Bomb, he could be frozen midair, yep, with Storm and her special 3. Being afflicted with root would prevent him from moving while unstoppable. Being unstoppable will not remove active root debuffs, and okay. Fix an issue where after disconnect and reconnecting could take several seconds for champions to move to their correct positions. Where an ability would be cast, have no effect, and be immediately ready to cast again upon finishing. Too many dodges can be performed back to back. Fix an issue where a character would snap back in range of the Bodok after being knocked back. Yeah, this one was it happened to me a couple times. I was pissed when that happened. Let's see, fix cases, capture, okay. Abilities would become locked and become unusable. Ouch. And then just a ton of like general fixes, guys. So and some people were unable to level up Sorcerer Supreme. That's crazy. Fix the calendar. Honestly, a lot of really good fixes. And many more. So fix the various crashes, stability fixes, improvements. So yeah, honestly, really good from Kabam to be addressing the community, to be communicating with the community, and to hold like the Reddit AMA. Because I asked the question regarding like the matchmaking for the bots, if that wasn't going to be addressed, but they actually replied to me. Let's see. So I had asked them if they're is it possible to completely remove bots from Arena Conquest or give players the option to opt out of getting bots on their team? They say they're planning a separate rollout of multiple matchmaking changes in the weeks following 2.0 rather than alongside 2.0. Of course, this is to reduce the risk of causing issues from making too many changes at once, which is understandable, as well as to allow the team to focus on specific updates to ensure each is running smoothly. They'll have more info about the specific matchmaking changes very soon, including changes to how and where we leverage bots. So that's a really good one. Someone else asked a pretty good one too. Anonymous Potato, is it possible to display the gear score of your opponents instead of just their battle rating? You will be pleased to learn that in the new update, both the battle rating and champion rating are visible on the match screen results. So that's good. I think it'd be better if that was displayed like when you find a match and it shows like the opponents that you're going up against, if you could see like their gear score there as well. But overall, not bad. That's something that we needed for sure. Let's see. They answered a lot of questions, which is awesome. Let's see. Spider, when can we expect another Web Warrior weapon? Or I guess in this case, weapons for other characters. Only new weapons in this update are for Storm and Iron Legionnaire. New weapons for other champions will be the marquee feature in another update. Stay tuned for future updates. Okay. Magnum OP can... devs can confirm that no new tier or no new conquest tier above Defender is being released. At the moment, nope. There will not be a new Defender tier with this update, but we are excited to share what's beyond Defender. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff coming, guys. They are working on things, and of course, we can't expect everything, all of these changes to be implemented on the very, very first, big update that they release. They are updating a lot of things with this update, new items, the new gear shards, which is amazing, the new PvE event. Yeah, just a lot of things. Arena deathmatch improvements, alliance quest, more alliance mates that you can play with, changes to the overall like Bodok rushing, hugging, the whole this thing where the control point will now shrink by 20% on its own. So yeah. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to this. Again, like I said, usually with Kabam and their updates, earliest Wednesday, latest Thursday for next week that it comes out. And again, anyone that wrote off this game right away, a couple days, a week after playing, I do, suggest and ask that once 2.0 comes out, try it out again. Just give it another try. See how it is. If you still hate it, come back. Hopefully when 3.0 comes out, or when another update comes out, or when a new champion comes out, they're trying Yeah, you know, they're putting time and effort into the game, which is always really, really good to see. And yeah, that pretty much covers the release notes. I know I didn't go too much in detail. I actually, yeah, 30 minutes in, I shaved 10 minutes off of my last video, but overall really good notes. If you guys want to come in, check out the notes or the Reddit AMA, I will post the links in the description. And yeah, can't wait for next week for this to come out. So in the meantime, yeah, stay safe, guys. And I will catch you all in the next video. Sorry, my brain is like, it's like I don't know. I'm losing it right now. I'm like, I've been talking for like over an hour now. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Stay safe. If you live in Texas, careful with that crazy weather. Super freezing temperatures coming this weekend and Monday. So yeah, be safe, guys. Have a good one.